Today we're going to add a little more horsepower and torque to this mostly stock 2015 GT convertible thanks to a cold air kit from Holley. Holley's been an industry leader in intake products for over a century, so it's no surprise they now offer a cold air kit for your S550 Mustang. This iNTECH Cold Air Intake kit's configured 2015 through 2017 Mustang GT, features a one-piece inlet tube, a sealed box, and a 4-layer reusable filter. Holley claims 23 horsepower and 27 pound-feet of torque with no tuning required. For this installation, they had a 1/4-inch ratchet, 7mm socket, 8mm socket, 10mm socket, a short extension, Phillips head screwdriver, T20 Torx bit, crescent wrench, and a pair of pliers. The first step in the process is to remove the intake cover. Now you can remove the strut brace if you want to, but if you're careful, you can actually get it up and out of the way without removing it. The intake cover off, now we can see everything we have to disconnect. We're going to remove all the air hoses here, the PCV connections, and also the connection for your mass air sensor. Make sure you also pull this little plug out of the airbox. With the hose is disconnected, now we can disconnect the main inlet from the throttle body. And now finally remove the fender bolt, and we can remove the cold air kit factory piece all at once. We're going to need the mass air sensor along with this grommet here and this grommet and sleeve for our new Holley. So just remove this by popping it off. Push the metal sleeve out. Push through to remove the bushing. The T20 Torx bit, remove the factory sensor. Just be careful with this once you remove it. Using this applied hardware, install the sensor into the new Holley intake tube. It will only actually fit one direction. Get these snug, you don't have to over crank them. We're ready to install the fittings onto the intake tube. Now this lower fitting here, if you have a late 16 or a 2017 Mustang, you're going to install that plug. If you have a 15 like our car or a normal 16, install this fitting here. Again, these don't have to be cranked terribly tight. Just give it a couple of turns with a crescent wrench to get it snug. Then the larger one's going to go right here on top. And the last fitting goes here underneath the tube. We'll prepare our new airbox for installation by installing first this grommet here, and the metal grommet goes through here. The last part of the airbox is going to be the filter. Now the filter, there's a groove here. Basically this edge is going to go. Make sure you get it completely bottomed out. Now we can install our airbox. Before we install the airbox, we have one more thing to do, and that's this plug right here. You carefully remove the plastic fitting. I'm going to plug that in right here. All right, that out of the way, we can slide the airbox down into place and then press it on to the factory inlet. Now we'll line this up over here and reinstall the original bolt. Grab a silicone coupler, or to secure it to the inlet tube. The next part is fitting the intake tube to the filter. Now it'll actually sort of pop into place. A little bit like silicone lubricant or even soap and water in here will make this a little bit easier. Now we can make connection at the throttle body. Once have it on, tighten the clamp. Now to make the master wire, you may have to disconnect it over here to get enough stretch so it connects. You don't want to have a lot of tension on that wire, so disconnect it if you have to. All right, now we'll just connect all the lines again. Here we install your intake cover and your installation's finished. Since I know a lot of you have asked, let's fire it up, hear how it sounds. Definitely a little more sound than the factory box. The unique look of the Holley iNTECH cold air kits can give you some style points along with the horsepower and torque. As far as installation goes, like most cold air kits, it's going to be pretty straightforward. Will not require a custom tune. It'll take you about an hour or so. Be back on the road in no time.